Hello friends, this is Gautam Gupta. Welcome to our channel Ripple's Nature Inspired Aquariums. You must be wondering, what am I trying to show here? This 441 weighing scale with some plant cuttings. Basically, we trimmed one of our scapes out here and it produced almost half a kilo of plant trimmings. But then what to do with it? One of the most important thing about aquascaping is trimming of aquatic plants. But then what do you do with the trims, the cuttings? You should be careful about not throwing them here and there. Because if you throw the plants indiscriminately, যদি আপনারা কাটিং গুলো এদিক ওদিক ছড়াতে থাকেন, that there is a chance that it can invade a very nice garden or a natural body, like that has happened in the Ripple's garden here. আমরা আপনাদের দেখাবো যে এখানে একটা ইনভেসিভ স্পিসিস অফ প্লান্ট কী করে একটা সুন্দর গার্ডেনের মধ্যে ছড়িয়ে গেছে, এবং ভিডিওটাতে এটাও দেখানো হবে. We will also show in this video what is the best use of those cutting plants. One definitely is to share it with your hobbyist friends, but there is another nice usage of it which we'll show in this video. You can see here Hydrocotyle verticillata, a very beautiful plant for any aquascape or a terrarium or a paludarium, growing quite comfortably among terrestrial plants in the garden. So this kind of infestation, if happens in nature, cause a lot of problem. A 2017 study lists India as one of those regions with maximum invasive flora. I have given a link to the report in the description of this video. We are all aware of water hyacinth, which is native of South America, and how it has actually invaded many of our wetlands, and for that matter for almost a significant part of Southeast Asia. So without wasting any further time, let's go ahead and see how we can convert this pile of Rotala cuttings into a nice compost for our garden. We will also see how you can get some nice compost tea, which can be a great additive for your garden plants. First, we will collect some raw materials. Here we can see a Kaushik from our team collecting some dried up mango leaves. Next, we will break the leaves, make them into small pieces, take out some unwanted materials, basically clean out the leaves a little bit. Before proceeding further, wanted to show you the materials that we will be using to make this compost. First, there is some soil, then there are some lava rocks. We also have a bucket with slits in the bottom. The reason for having the slits we'll explain later, and also another plastic vessel. Step 1, we will pour the lava rocks or the chips in the bottom. There are two reasons for that. First is to create a porous layer where bacteria can colonize, and also we'll be using water in next steps in the compost making process. So the lava rocks will also make it easy for the water to drain out. Then we'll be using some soil, the soil that we collected, and spread it over the lava rocks. The soil is used nothing but to seed some bacteria which will actually do the composting process. A very important next step is to spread the dried mango leaves on top of the rocks, the lava chips. It again has two purposes. One is to provide the initial carbon needed for the composting process, and also to trap the heat to keep the compost pile warm, which accelerates the composting process. Next, we added some sugarcane molars. In Bengali we call it gur. The idea is slightly controversial one, but it seems addition of sugar helps in accelerating the composting process by supporting a large bacteria colony. But one must keep in mind that you must also have adequate green material nitrogen, otherwise the process might backfire. We then proceeded to add the plant cuttings in this compost pile. If you will recall, the purpose of this entire project is to show how we can convert the plant cuttings into compost. Okay. Um, Instead of plant cuttings, you can always use your kitchen waste, the vegetable waste, the some eggshells, etc. Instead of throwing it out, you can use and make a compost heap of your own. Here we are using the plant trimmings, so that it doesn't get into the environment and cause some nuisance. Okay. After adding the plant cuttings, we again added a layer of the dried mango leaves on top of the cuttings, again to trap the heat. The day's work was ended by spraying some water on the compost pile. The water will keep the pile moist, and then after moistening, after spraying the water, we just covered the pile, with a thermocol cover. You can use anything. This will trap the heat, and the heat is very important. The trapped heat will actually start the composting process with all the bacteria, sugars, and molasses, etc., acting on the plant cuttings, the dried leaves, etc. We started to water the plant cuttings, the dried leaves, the soil, etc., in this compost pile on and off. And it's about 2 weeks now, and you can see this interesting brown colored liquid which is collected in the bottom. This is what is famously known as compost tea. It is very, very rich in microbes and other micronutrients which you can use to water your garden soil, and that would add a lot of beneficial elements which will help your garden plants to grow. But care must be taken that mosquito larvae or other harmful things doesn't grow in this water. We also continue to add new plant cuttings to this compost heap, and that's a process. You add one layer after another as the heap grows. It is also important to turn your compost pile, all these leaf cuttings, from time to time. This will help you to get better consistency. The leaves will, and the plant cuttings will break down faster, and in some time, over some time, you'll get a nice compost mixture. Hope you guys can see that there are already some worms which have started growing within this pile. We were very happy to see that, which means that the decomposition process has started. Finally, after 2-3 months, we decided to empty our bucket. Very frankly speaking, we were not exactly happy with the outcome. Definitely, it's far from being a perfect compost. But I think we can excuse ourselves because this was, anyway, the first time we tried this. The idea was to show you an alternative way of how to use your plant cuttings. So anyway, whatever we have achieved, we decided to add this mixture to our some of our pots in the garden, and yeah, it definitely helped. While we didn't document it any further, but we definitely saw marked improvement in the plant growth in those pots wherever we added our mix. So friends, we have finally come to the end of this video. Hope you liked it. We wanted to do something very different this time. We showed you how you can use your aquatic plant trimmings and convert them into a compost. The same process can be used to convert your kitchen waste also into compost. We showed how a compost tea forms and what are the benefits of using compost tea in your garden. Hopefully you've liked the content, and if so, do subscribe and like this video. That will help us to reach further audience in YouTube and motivates us to continue making good content and bringing them to you. Thank you.